Let's take a look now how we have tested the hunger algorithm in simulation. Before I built Troopy, I developed a 3D C++ and OpenGL simulation to test the Xzistor Concept brain model. This little simulated robot called Simmy is the precursor or virtual ancestor to Troopy. All the algorithms worked correctly in Simmy, so Troopy was not built to prove the concept, but to prove that a hardware version can be built using the Xzistor Concept brain model. Take a look at how I tested hunger in Simmy, and we will discuss, and then we will take a look at Troopy. Here we see Simmy in his learning confine, and just in front of him, that white cylinder is his food source. So that's where we kept the purple power juice, which he runs on. And if you just take a look, we've got a cactus in there where we tested the pain algorithm with, and there's some speakers. And he's got his little TV. Just take a look at his left hand. He's now moving left and right. So he can push some buttons on his control panel. And if you look at the left of his confine, at those triangles there, you see the green triangle there. That indicates which button we have chosen to let him open the food source. So we can jumble that around a little bit and confuse him and test his innovation algorithm that way. So Simmy has now started to cry. He's now getting desperately hungry. His food level, we can see the purple power juice is quite low there in his backpack. He's moving forward now to the food source, and let's see if he has learned to push the green button to open the food source. There we go, he got it. So they opened the food source. Now we can see the little power backpack on his back being filled up with purple power juice. And very soon his tummy will be full, and he will be off playing again and carrying on with his merry little existence in his confine. As we studied this little virtual robot in his confine, a few things started to make it appear very lifelike. There was a crying when it got hungry, the unhappy expression on the face, the satisfaction and little groans when it was eating, the equivalent of the suckling reflex in humans, the keen learning to push the green button to open the food source, and the ability to repeatedly navigate back to the food by itself when hungry. All this started to make the little robot behave in a very human manner. It was the beginning of the Pinocchio moment. We have briefly mentioned the innovation algorithm. The power of this algorithm must not be underestimated. We can test it in a very simple way. On Simmy's control panel, we can change the button that opens the food source from green to orange, and see if Simmy can figure it out by himself without any help. Just take a look at the green triangle on the left here. It's moving to red and then it's moving to orange. That indicates that the orange button is now the one on his control panel that will open the food source. So he's still thinking it's the green button. And he will now use the innovation algorithm. And we see that kicks in when you see the little two gears above his head. And make him move to the right, find the red button, still not right. See the little gears again, and it moves him to the orange button, which is the correct one. And there we can see his backpack filling up, and soon his tummy will be full, and he will be ready to go and play again. With a couple of these experiments, we demonstrated that Simmy's innovation algorithm kicks in correctly, and provides him with options to try based on what he has learned about buttons.